God is good.
Wait till I get home and tell my baby I can pick up a loaf. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because I recognize something in the atmosphere. Oh, no. I recognize someone in the atmosphere. And if you want to get anything done in the earth, it comes to worship. It don't come to praise. And it takes participation. God initiates it. And then we respond. And out of our response, things happen. So if nothing have never happened for you, don't check and see anything else other than your response. Yeah. Or the lack thereof. I know. I know in a house like this, when we first, well, it's been a while, but I used to have this keyboardist come in and said, he was doing some training for the house. He said, man, y'all ain't got nothing but white people music. He told me. And I said, what? He said, you got white people music. I said, I can't get into the African-American type of music. I'm not a choir guy. And I wasn't raised on that particular flow when I was in Aurora. Nothing against anybody you may like and listen to. It just doesn't do anything for me because I listen to lyrics. Y'all did too when you was in Aurora, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still do, some of us. Am I right? Some music we like because of the lyrics. I like worship that got lyrics that express the salvation experience that I'm in.
Yes.
We don't need no rough side of the mountain.
Not right.
No, I ain't got time for all that.
Amen.
I want hope.
Amen.
So when I listen to music or she worship, I want hope to arise in me.
Yes, Lord. Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's a mirror. Music is a mirror.
Thank you, Lord.
All right.
Amen.
Let's get into the word.
Amen.
Worship is so good, man. I'm here to tell you, when you exercise worship, you increase your capacity to experience heaven. You get that next week. But, yeah. Because what's going on in the invisible realm, they are worshiping God on a continuous basis. All the time. All the time. That's all we're going to do. I ain't say that. I just said worship is going on all the time. I mean, when you get over there, that's all you're going to do. Okay, so we're going to expedite the message as fast as I can today, as much as I can. I won't promise you I won't chase rabbits, but I will be more linear than I have been through the rest of them. Okay? Because I need to get done with this. And we're on point number 4, right?
No.
Well, we're on 5? No, we're on 4. We're still on live. Yeah, we're on live. Yeah, I listen to my messages sometimes. Okay? I just ask you to see if you keep it up. Sometimes we get home, we just put it and tuck it away.
4.
So you got to follow. So we've been talking about a lot. I'm not going to go back through the country and Egypt and all that other stuff and kindreds. We're going to launch out real fast. Amen?
Amen.
Anybody got the parachute on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That's just one person? Hey! Everybody, do you have a parachute on?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah. So we did. Good stuff. I was going to say something, but I'm going to keep going. Now, we did dissect Genesis 1 and 13. We spent a lot of time on how to really experience and navigate through relationships between, there was a split between who? Abraham and Lot, his nephew, right? So they separated, went their own individual ways. We talked about how to salvage relationships and how to avoid division. And am I right?
Yes, sir.
We talked about the heart a little bit. The heart of the matter is, the heart of the matter is the matter of the heart. Remember, we talked about that as well. We also said, we can't allow our wounds to turn us into something we're not. Remember? Okay, I'm just asking. So we went through that whole trajectory of, and then we spent time talking about love. What love offers us, right? No loopholes. Am I right?
Yes.
You can't love in fullness until you learn to love in spite of.
Amen.
And that's what he did. And so we got to be the most loving people in the earth.
Yes.
Forgiveness should be your middle name.
Yep.
No, I know what your middle name is, scorekeeper. Middle name, keep the score. Remember when? Because women are real good at it. Men be like, what? You know how long ago that was? Dang, I'm not even the same dude. But women, boy, they can. I can do that because my wife ain't here today. So I can let my hair down. But we need love.
Amen.
And I ain't talking about LL Cool J. Okay? Yes, some of us old enough to know that, right?
Yep.
And the rest of us say, what do you mean? Yeah, who's Cool J? Oh, Lord, help us out. Then we talked about covenant relationship. Now we're going to move fast forward, speed ahead into some different aspects of Lot. Whew. Then we went to verse 14 to 18. Found out Lot, after Lot separated, something happened. Something opened up. Let's go to 14. I'll read it real quick since some of you guys don't know where. Ain't been in the building long enough. But yeah, 14. Yeah, Genesis 14. Yep, 14 and 14 and 4. Genesis 13 and 14. My fault. Genesis 13 and 14. Genesis, the 13th chapter and the 14th verse. May the Lord add a blessing to His word. And the Lord said unto Abram, after that, Lot separated from him. I told you to underline it in your Bible. Some things won't happen until you separate. I know you're a hoarder in the spirit, and you just want to bring everybody on the journey, and you have this mixture going on in your life, and you're trying to figure out why I can't put the hammer down, why I can't disconnect, why am I burdened down, why am I stressed out? It's because of what you refuse to take inventory over in your life that is no longer sufficient for you in your next season. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, yes.
You got to come to that place because there are some things that when you come to a sharp turn in the contours of your life, it is those times God allows us to stretch your normal response to change. So from that point on, when Lot separated, God was trying to stretch his response. That's why He took him for a walk. Remember? Other verses, see that? Lot separated, lived up down the eye, looked about the place northward, southward, eastward, and westward. Even those words have a spiritual connotation. And it's really like a cross. And so Lot had to separate from him. And sometimes the Lord will have you in a season where you're torn between two things. And you have to decide whose side are you going to be on.
Yes.
I hear you.
And I can go a lot of ways with relationships, but I'm going to leave y'all alone. Just keep it as plain as possible. There are just certain things that become a burden to us when the season is changed. You had grace for it, but the grace ain't there no more. And when you get emotional and you get wore out and vexed, that's a sign. Now, if you're married, it ain't a sign to get a divorce. That's not a sign. Sometimes that's a sign you need to see God. Don't zone out, don't check out. Sometimes when we go through those upheavals and them up and downs and we refuse to make a decision, because I'm here to tell you time will make a decision for you. Yeah, what you won't get rid of, time will get rid of it for you. If you're trying to, we're going on, this is having such a hard time. And you got a word like 2 years ago. What you need to do. A word in season. How sweet it is. And you still trying to put your hands on it. The works of your hands. I'm telling you. Listen, y'all. You got to get to the place to understand some things that's in your life is an encumbrance to you. It's a hindrance to you. See, most of us don't know. We talk about the sin, but there's a weight too. You got to lay aside not just sin, instead lay aside every
Wait.
and that do it so easily. Ain't no fight. You just, some of us fall into temptation. The rest of them just say, hey, here it go. There's no resistance. Am I right? It's just like it just happened. It's planned out in the back of my mind. I'm going to do it anyway. Listen. Then we try try to figure out why God ain't saying anything. Why God ain't speaking. Why does it seem like it's so distant? Why does it seem like there's a gulf between me and God? As I said before, sometimes the Lord doesn't reveal what you need many times until you let go of what he didn't send in your life.
Right.
See, some things I call them spiritual roadkill.
Okay.
It's something we, hey man, it looks good, but it ain't no life in it.
Oh, man.
You know, and as you go on a journey, you have to be able to decide those things. And one of the things you have to decide is when crisis come, when pressure come, when you're caught between opinions, when you feel like that you are at some type of juncture, a dead end. See, crisis come many times when our external world is in conflict with our internal beliefs. And we must remember that the crisis of change is knowing what to keep and what to discard.
Okay.
Yeah. You have to channel. I hate to use that, boy, it's still a good word.
Yeah.
You have to channel through your filter what's acceptable in certain seasons. Oh, it's getting real tight in it.
Yep.
Sometimes, just because, you get an emotional attachment to it, it may not necessarily be of God. Some people are out of season. Some things are out of season. And you can't get that discernment by attending the church. Sometimes you get a pastor and a prophet or the prophetic gift will give you direction, but most of that will come out of your private time. You have to seek God because it has a long-term effect upon you. I know the novelty of the moment and all of the nuances of connecting to certain things, leaving jobs, relationship, and all that. And I know that hindsight is 20/20. But with somewhere along your walk with God, when you make up your mind that I want everything that God has for me,